Test. Test. All coaches, please report to the stage. All coaches, please report to the stage. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Manalapan High School for our 49th Annual Senior Athletic Awards. Would everyone please make your way to your seats? We'll be getting started in just a few minutes. Once again, good evening. And to begin this evening's events, I'm going to introduce Miss Isabel Huelgas to sing our national anthem. Would everyone please rise?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, Isabel, who did a wonderful job. One more time for Isabel Huelgas. And before I introduce our president of the Booster Club to come speak to you, could you all please give a warm round of applause to all of our coaches who decided to attend this evening? It was a very troubling and trying year, and they put in a lot of work and effort to get these seasons going and get them completed. So one more time for our coaches. And next, we want to thank our Booster Club, who puts in the effort and the finances to put together this event year after year. This being our 49th annual athletic ceremonies for seniors, I want to introduce the leader of our Booster Club, our president, Ms. Doreen Shapiro.
Good evening, everyone. I cannot tell you how excited I am to come out of my little Zoom box and stand before you tonight, live and in person. On behalf of the Executive Board of the Manalapan High School Braves Booster Club, I'd like to welcome you to the 2021 Senior Athletic Awards Ceremony. I would like to extend our congratulations to all our senior athletes and their guests who are here this evening. Tonight, we pause to recognize our senior athletes for proudly representing Manalapan High School, both on and off the field. Amid a global pandemic, it was a difficult and challenging time to be a student athlete. We acknowledge their dedication, sportsmanship, discipline, and perseverance to become the best they could be in their sport. None of this would be possible without a strong support system in place. Thank you to the parents, guardians, family members, and friends for supporting your student athlete and their teammates. And thank you to the coaches for their dedication, guidance, and encouragement throughout the years. The Manalapan Braves Booster Club is honored to present each senior athlete with a beautiful personalized plaque this evening. Our Booster Club members have volunteered their time to help raise the funds to make this all possible. Once again, congratulations to all the athletes. We wish you all the best of luck in college and throughout your lifetime.
Thank you so much to Ms. Shapiro and our Manalapan Booster Club for all that they do for our students here at Manalapan High School. Before I introduce our principal, I want to thank a few people that made this possible this evening. First was Ms. Deb Belli and our maintenance crew who helped put this all together last minute. Mr. Joe Girardi in the back who's helping live stream and do the audio. When you came in, Mr. Tooch gave you your programs and you were greeted by our assistant principals, Mr. Joe Iaculo, Dr. Mary Huff, and Miss Melissa Venuto. And now, the one leader, Dr. Adam Angelosi.
First time taking that off, speaking publicly in a long while. I do want to give a shout out to the Booster Club as well for supporting this over the years. They did not get much fundraising done this year, and we're still able to pull this off with all of the plaques. And last year for the graduating seniors, they did a huge billboard, so they have been spending money since the onset of the pandemic. And I would like to give Mr. Taylor a big round of applause for scrambling and pulling this all together and making sure that we could also pull it off inside. We wanted to go outside, but the weather looked terrible for the entire week, so we just thought safer to go with the inside plan. So thank you, Mr. Taylor. I would like to welcome our coaches, family members, friends, and especially the student athletes here with us this evening. Our current seniors have been through a lot during this pandemic, and that's an understatement. However, I think we are all thankful to be here today to celebrate what was accomplished. Early on in this school year's athletic season, we had our first team that needed to quarantine for 2 weeks. That's 14 days, and it usually impacts 2 full weekends. In addition, those early seasons this school year were already on an abbreviated schedule. During that time, I reflected on what this year meant for high school athletics. And this was the conclusion that I came to. What it meant was that every team meeting, every practice, and every game was a win. With the gyms, fields, pools, lanes, and courts largely empty of spectators, it was about the pureness of competing. There's a scene in Rocky III where Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa are boxing in a back room away from the crowds, the applause, and the bright lights. The camera cuts away right as they are both about to land punches. The scene depicts the purity of sports. It's not always about the accolades or even the wins. Sometimes it's about the spirit of competition. That's what this year was about. It was about just getting up and competing, which is one of those unbelievably important life lessons that sports does a pretty good job at teaching us. Mike Singletary, the famous NFL player and coach, once said, "Do you know what my favorite part of the game is? The opportunity to play." So you may not have had the senior year you hoped for. Some seasons may have ended short. Many teams encountered barriers along the way, and oftentimes friends and family members watched from their homes. However, what did happen was that you competed, and I hope you enjoyed every minute of it. Finally, whether or not you plan to continue your athletic career beyond the walls of this high school, I hope that you will always embrace that spirit of competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. A. And without further ado, let's get to what we came here for. Let's introduce these phenomenal young senior athletes who contributed so much to Manalapan High School over the year. I would love to start off with the group that brought us the pride and cheer that we all know as Brave Pride. So please, with the cheerleaders, all cheerleaders, please line up along this wall. And as we call your name, you're going to come along the stage, and Coach Ryden will be right here to hand you your plaques. First up, Daniela Abatamarco. Haley Blanco. Kayla Bloomberg. Sophia Camarada. Adriana Francis. Kayla Junquet. Michaela Key. Sky Manahan. Alyssa Mucciolo. Danielle Sirignano. Yeah. Jordana Sirignano. Alexandra Waters. And also not here, Gianna Zadarsky. Thank you, ladies, and Coach Ryden for all that you've done. Next up, Coach Hunt will introduce our cross-country boys. All cross-country boys members, please line up. James Andrea. Luke Rafferty. Cross-country girls, you can line up as well. Coach Clark will be giving you your awards. First up, Olivia Class. Amelie Das. Kiara Donahue. Oh, am I going too fast? I'm sorry. You girls are supposed to be fast. Cross country. Let's try this again. Olivia Class. Amelia Das. Kiara Donahue. And Brianna Povel. Coach Clark and the ladies cross-country team. Next up, Coach Andrews will introduce her senior field hockey players. All field hockey players, please line up on the wall. Followed by the football players. And first up, Miss Satira Kays. Julianna Chadzuko. Rebecca Daly. Abigail Davala. Isabella Fontaine. Aaron Freeman. Monica Grinberg. Isabel Huelgas. Sabrina Maniscalco, excuse me. Irina Regalina. Isabella Spinosi. Emma Taylor. And Gianna Tufano. And that is your 2020-21 field hockey team, coached by Coach Andrews. Next up in the fall season, new head coach Dominic Lapori will introduce our 2020-2021 football team. First up, Victor Barrios. Joseph Borges. Anthony Caldero. Gavin Claro. Spencer Cusimano. Michael DeMeo. Cosmo Delemy. Lawrence Hoffman. John Kokonakos. Coconuts. He looks good. Michael Maksimic. Christopher Marzo. Anthony Matrone. Justin Nyers. Liam O'Connell. Jason Porcaro. Vincenzo Rea. Ethan Rodriguez. Matthew Sadler. Seth Scanish. Max Schrafel. Jonathan Texera. Jake Tringali. And here he is, Raymond Vender. Managers Annabella Ditato, Marley Roseman, and Julianna Tornabine. Next up, we're going to have boys soccer, followed by girls soccer and tennis. Boys soccer will be introduced by head coach Carrie Eisman. First up, Nicholas Bello. Nicholas DiLorenzo. Dylan Freed. Ryan Marmer. Ryan Patosa. And Vincent Tuccello. Next up, Coach Garrettson will introduce our lady soccer players. This might be my first time seeing Coach Garrettson in pants all year. Usually got on shorts. All right, let's get on with this. Girls soccer, Gabriella Serralo. Amanda Crochineo. Ciara Di Sabato. Jordan Laxer, and Victoria Sarf. Next up, girls tennis will be greeted by head coach Boyce. First up, Serena Bogomolnik. Shruti Nandakumar. And Sydney Underwood. That concludes our fall athletes who did a phenomenal job just getting through the season. Please give them a big round of applause. Next up was probably one of the more challenging seasons due to the restrictions put upon us. I once again want to give kudos to our coaches for helping me get it done. As trying as it was with mask enforcement and limiting guests and working around schedules and quarantining teams and rescheduling things, we made it happen. The coaches did what it takes to separate the programs, to keep the kids as safe as possible and try to get as many competitions in as possible. Extremely proud of the job they did. This is a kudos to their professionalism. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start off with boys basketball, followed by girls, then bowling, ice hockey, and swimming. First up, Coach Garrettson will introduce our boys basketball team. Now, at this point, you may have already received your plaque if it was a multi-sport plaque. I still want to acknowledge you, though, and allow you to walk across the stage again for your contributions to the winter sports. First up, Jake Finnerman. Chris Frontera. Sharpshooter. Anthony Messina. Will Servitol. And Jonathan Texera. And where would they be without their manager, Abigail Davala, for girls basketball? Sorry. Coach Andrews had one senior who was our girls manager, Miss Abigail Davala, who did a wonderful job. She was at each game collecting stats and helping manage the team. Next up is bowling. We're going to ask Dr. Angelozzi to help us out with passing out the bowling plaques. Ice hockey will follow bowling, so if you could start the line up, that would be wonderful. Angel Allison. Alexa Datz. Grace Kiefner. Brian O'Connor and Mariana Raffone, also not here. Coach Inzarello's ice hockey team is up next. Ryan Buchowski. Joseph Camerata. Leonardo Icavello. Maurizio Icavello. Patrick McCarty. Dylan Stein. Nicholas Weissman. And our two managers, Talia Elkonovich, and Madeline McPadden. Next up, we have swimming. Coach Horton, can you help us with the swimming plaques? First up, Eric Bobinski. Damiano DiMaggio. Michael Greenberg. Christopher Hamill. Alan Malinky. Barbara Mora. And Gianna Rispoli. Next up, we will have boys track, followed by girls track and wrestling. Boys track will be introduced by Coach Jeff Papson. Jared Atkinson. Salvatore Cagnina. James DeAndrea. Michael Monteleone. Timothy Palmer. Ryan Potosa. Luke Rafferty. Come on up, bud. And Christopher Springer. Our track ladies will be introduced by head coach Moran. Serena Bogobolnik. Olivia Class. Amelie Das. Kiera Donahue. Ava Lena. Claire Nealon. Aaron Picklow. Brianna Provo. Sarah Sullivan. Sydney Underwood. And Julie Weinberg. Congratulations to our boys and girls track. Next up, head coach Pressman will introduce our boys and girls wrestling. First up, Christopher Balzano. Gavin Claro. Christopher Constantino. James Grande. Jason Porcaro. And Georgie Zavolnik. Next up, our female wrestlers, Jessica Johnson, Taylor Ludwig, Sabrina Maniscalco, and Julia Manolis. That concludes our winter sports events. Please give them one more round of applause on a phenomenal year. Next up, we're going to do our spring sports. We're going to do baseball, followed by golf, boys lacrosse, and girls lacrosse. So if all our baseball players in attendance, please line up on the wall. Head coach Boyce will greet you at the table with your plaques. First up, Sebastian Zakowski. Nicholas DiMaggio. Eugene Gambelli. Tommy Goodis. Chris Marzo. Anthony Matrone. Anthony Matisse. Anthony Morrow. Joseph Mazza. Ethan Rodriguez. Kenneth Sclafani, excuse me. And Justin Simone. Coach DeCastro will now greet our golfers. Justin Gemalaro. Maurizio Acchiavello. Aiden Mazzala. All right, I bet I get these two. Christopher Sabatino. There we go. And Thomas Sabatino. Congratulations to our golf team. And for the first time not this year, first time ever, Manalapan High School, our boys lacrosse program. Head coach Nick Filippone. First up, Mr. Michael DeMeo. Raymond Vender. And Matthew Sadler. Congratulations on a great year with a new program. Now our new head coach, Scott Horton, will greet our girls lacrosse players. First up, Ruba Abu Chakra. Sophia Camarada. Satira Star Kays. Julianna Chadzuko. Gabriella Sarala. Abigail Davala. Kylie McNamara. Madeline McPadden. Claire Nealon. Irina Ragolina. Severia Soma. And Sophia Yule. Congratulations to our girls lacrosse. To close it out, we're going to finish with our coach, Bill Smith, will greet our softball players, followed by spring track and boys tennis. First up, Ms. Samantha Bloom. Antonina Braun. Amanda Crochineo. Isabella Fontaine. Martha Manick. Barbara Mora. Caitlin Vargo. And Carolyn Vargo. Congratulations to Coach Smith and our varsity softball players. Next up is Coach Hunt to introduce our boys' spring track. Salvatore Cagnina. James DeAndrea. Ryan Foreman. Michael Monteleone. Timothy Palmer. Ryan Potosa. All right, Luke Rafferty. Luke is getting a workout today. And Christopher Springer. Coach Moran, if you could please come up to introduce our female spring track athletes. Serena Bogomolnik. Amelie Das. Kiara Donahue. Aaron Picklow. Ava Lena. Olivia Class. Brianna Povell. Sarah Sullivan. Sydney Underwood. And Julie Weinberg. And last but not least, Coach Pressman will come up to introduce or greet our boys tennis team. Pranav Gaka. Rahil Gandhi. And Nikash Rajesh Babu. Now I would like all of my athletes that were mentioned in the fall, winter, and spring sports to please stand and give your parents a round of applause for all the work that they have put in to get you to and from practices, games, and everything else to keep you on track throughout your career here at Manalapan High School. Parents, huge kudos to you for getting it done. Now we'd like to introduce some additional recognition awards. Each year, the Shore Conference Director of Athletics nominates sportsmanship awards to 2 deserving athletes who not only shine on the field, mats, courts, or so on and so forth, but as well as in the community, in the classroom, and they just lead the right way. Those 2 athletes, one I believe is not here today. The other, I'll introduce the one who's not here, is Miss Jessica Johnson, if she showed up. Jessica Johnson was a phenomenal 3-time state champ wrestler for our Manalapan wrestling team. She really put her name and our program on the map. So although she's not here, I would like to acknowledge her accomplishments and say congratulations to doing it the right way. Next up, if you could please stand, Mr. Gavin Claro. Gavin Claro was a tremendous leader in multiple sports, wrestling, football, and he did a phenomenal job in the hallways, just being a leader and a captain amongst his peers. So salute to you, congratulations, and good luck to all you do in your next phases after high school. Gavin Claro. I just waved to him on purpose because I knew he raised his hand. His hand just blocked everybody behind him. But thank you so much. Great job. Next up, in addition to the Shore Conference, acknowledging those athletes that I just mentioned, the NJSIAA, which is the state regulation of our sports, also acknowledges a Scholar Athlete Award. This goes to not only an outstanding student, but also an outstanding athlete. This year's selection from Manalapan High School is also a multi-sport athlete, Miss Claire Nealon. Please stand, Claire. Claire standing in the back. Please keep the round of applause going. She deserves it. She is in the top of her class and doing a phenomenal job. She was acknowledged by the NJSIA. I believe they had a ceremony in which they award them scholarships. Am I correct, Ms. Nealon? They will be contacting you. But congratulations, Ms. Nealon. Now, if you turn in your program to the Memorial Awards, I am not going to read each one. I'm going to give you time to read through them. But in each year, these students are nominated and selected due to their accomplishments and how it fit the role of whatever that scholarship or award is. This year, I would like you to come down, please, as you see your names in the program, but you could come down. We want to acknowledge you one more time across the stage. First up, for the Morgan Ball Memorial Scholarship Award. Student athlete, was a phenomenal player in soccer. I believe she will continue that. In school, Miss Sierra D. Sabato. Another hand for Sierra. Next up is the Emily Freer Memorial Cheerleading Award. This was selected for deserving cheerleader. Nominated and winner, is Miss Jordana Sirignano. Once again, a round of applause for Jordana. Next up for the Christopher Gray Memorial Scholarship Award, Mr. Justin Nyers. Congratulations again to Mr. Justin Nyers on a phenomenal career here at Manalapan High School. Good luck on your endeavors. Mr. Balzano, please come up. Mr. Christopher Balzano will be receiving the Eric Holtz Memorial Wrestling Award. Once again, Mr. Christopher Balzano. The Arthur Kaplan Memorial Soccer Award goes to Vincent Tuccillo. Congratulations, Vincent, and good luck on everything you do after. Mark Letterman Memorial Golf Award goes to Christopher Sabatino. Congratulations. Archie Weiger Memorial Baseball Award goes to the big hitter, Anthony Matisse. Congratulations, Anthony. The Kevin Schultz Memorial Wrestling Award goes to Mr. Jason Porcaro. Congratulations, Jason, and good luck. The Edward Sexton Memorial Basketball Award goes to Mr. Christopher Frontera. Chris, congratulations on this accomplishment and good luck with everything you do. The Adam Slippian Memorial Cross Country Award goes to Kiara Donahue. Congratulations, Kiara. And the Carly Wines Memorial Cheerleading Award goes to Alexandra Waters. Congratulations, Alexandra. Once again, please take the time to read through the program and look through those memorial awards. These are significant accomplishments achieved by these young men and women. Congratulations to you all. And as we move right along, we're going to get into our special awards. I know you're tired of hearing me talk, so I'm going to introduce some of my coaches to introduce this. First up, our Outstanding Athlete Award will be introduced by head coach Pressman. Say again? Oh, sorry. I'm a little out of order. Let's go with Braves Best All-Around Athlete. Red and white, sorry. My apologies, guys. The Red and White Award. First up, Coach Moran. Sorry. Yep. Oh.
The Red and White Award goes to student athletes who represent Manalapan High School in a positive manner, not only through their athletic involvement and achievements, but in their academic ones as well. A 4-year varsity letter earner, 3-year captain, vice president of the National Honor Society, top 4% of her graduating class, and involvement in more clubs and activities both inside and outside of school that I could even remember. I think that this young lady embodies this award. Piccolo. Yes, Piccolo, because calling you Aaron is still just too weird for me. You have been an asset to our track and field program since day one. You are a standout in the events you competed in, a role model in your team to your teammates, and a person that I and the rest of the coaching staff relied on. You have been one of our go-tos for 4 years, and you will be greatly missed. I am truly honored to have been one of your coaches, and I wish you all the best in everything and anything that you do in the future. This award goes to Aaron Piccolo.
Great job, Coach Moran, and congratulations, Ms. Piccolo. Next up, Assistant Coach Soma will introduce our next Red and White Award.
Good evening, everybody. Congratulations to all our seniors on their accomplishments this year. I'm excited to be here presenting the Red and White Award to one of our senior wrestlers. For those of you unfamiliar with the award, the recipients of the Red and White Award typically demonstrate perseverance, dedication, personal achievement, and personal improvement. This year's recipient of the Red and White Award has demonstrated many of these character traits over the last 4 years at Manalapan High School. This individual started his freshman year with limited experience in the sport of wrestling, but through his dedication to the sport and our program showed tremendous amount of improvement and growth. I've personally seen this young man persevere through many challenges in the sport while always conducting himself with high character. His hard work, dedication led him to be an integral part of our 2020 sectional championship run and a two-time region qualifier himself. More importantly, he has been a positive contributor to the greater school community and will be greatly missed next year. Congratulations to Chris Balzano on being this year's recipient of the Red and White Award. Very proud of you this year and looking forward to what you're doing in the future.
Mr. Balzano. That was all Coach Soma's fault. And our next Red and White Award recipient will be introduced by Head Coach Ryden.
Good evening, everybody. I'm excited to be here. For those that don't know, my name is Lauren Ryden. I'm the head coach here for cheerleading. I'd like to introduce another Red and White Award. This young lady has been a cheerleader since she was a freshman year, as well as a varsity member since she was a sophomore. I'm excited to wish Daniela congratulations on being one of the recipients of the Red and White Award. Although I've only coached Daniela for 3 years, she quickly became one of the outstanding athletes and students. As a captain of the varsity cheerleading team, I personally watched Daniela as an athlete, demonstrating the true spirit of being a Manalapan Brave. She not only worked hard for the team and her personal improvement, but she was willing to understand, to learn, and to mentor. She always saw the brighter sides of situations and never let it bring her down. Through the many hours of cheerleading and extracurricular activities, Daniela still ranked top of the class and was held in high regard from her teachers. She maintained a high GPA and committed to doing well. Her strong diligence as a worker and capabilities to maintain a good balance between her schoolwork and outside activities was outstanding. Likewise, she was also named Cheerleader of the Year for 2021. I'm incredibly proud and honored to have been her coach for these past years, and congratulations, Daniela.
Thank you, Coach Ryan, and congratulations to all of our recipients. Next up, we're going to introduce our Coaches Award. First up will be Coach Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. So, first thing I'd like to do is just to congratulate all the senior athletes that are in attendance tonight and those that couldn't make it. What you guys went through, especially the spring athletes, last year and this year, it's incredible. And to watch you guys compete, coaching in all 3 seasons, it was incredible. So, congratulations. The first Coaches Award is going to a very special young lady, 4-year varsity starter. She was a .355 lifetime batting average here at Manalapan. She was named captain after her sophomore year by her teammates and would have had a chance at having 100 hits if we had a season last year. Sometimes you can get lost. Sports like baseball and softball, you can get lost in numbers. The most impressive number about Samantha Bloom is 4. She's number 4 out of 472 in her class. She has a 5.19 GPA. Samantha is every coach's dream. Just an incredible young woman, a great leader, and she's going to be missed. Sam's going to Villanova next year, and we couldn't be prouder of her. Samantha Bloom.
That's impressive. Congratulations, Samantha, and good job, Coach Smith. Next up, head coach Philippone will introduce our next recipient for the Coaches Award.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. So thanks for having me here tonight, guys. This is my first rodeo at Manalapan High School. I had no idea what to expect. I teach at Freehold Borough, and we don't do this sort of thing there. So when I walked in with a full auditorium, I was like, oh boy, here we go. So I started writing a speech this morning. Actually, it was a few days ago. And I just knew that the way I'm going to speak to this person, about this person, a speech just wouldn't do it. So I met Mike DeMeo 2 years ago at a youth clinic, and when I was walking around, every single kid said, hey, Coach Mike, hey, Coach Mike. He was that guy that the entire youth program looked up to. This season, it was amazing because when we went to games, kids would show up, and they would show up just to watch Mike play. We had a game against Point Borough. We were up by 1 goal with like a minute left. My kids are in the stands with my wife, and my son's freaking out in the stands, and my wife's like, Mike has the ball. He goes, oh, okay, we're okay, we're okay. You know, so those are the types of things, like Mike doesn't realize that he is like a leader of the entire program from K to 12. We had 13 freshmen out of 29 this spring. He was a role model to every single kid. He was a teacher to all of them. He's a special young man, and I'm really proud to say that I coached him for a year. Mike is going to Drew University next year for lacrosse, and congratulations, Mike, Coach's Award.
Congratulations to all the recipients for the Coaches Award. And great job, fellas, in introducing. Next up is our Most Courageous Brave Awards. First, Coach Andrews will introduce our first recipient.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and time to bounce back from an injury in sports. Injured athletes spend a ton of time rehabbing, regaining strength and agility, and just becoming comfortable doing things that would normally come second nature to them. It takes even more hard work, dedication, and time to bounce back from a major surgery. The Most Courageous Brave Award is awarded to a senior athlete who, against the odds, battles back from an injury to finish their high school career. I'm happy to announce that Julianna Chadzuko, a two-sport athlete in field hockey and lacrosse, defied the odds this year when she returned to finish her senior season after a major surgery in the fall. Jules is the definition of a workhorse. I knew that when she had this surgery, there was no doubt that she would make the return to the lacrosse field for her final season. Jules, congratulations on a great career at Manalapan in field hockey and lacrosse, and thank you for your hard work and dedication to both programs.
Congratulations. Next up, Coach Pressman will introduce the next recipient. for our Most Courageous Brave Award.
Welcome, everyone. Again, like everyone else, I hope you guys took some good things out of this year, that every day that you get to do something that you love is a true blessing. And that's how I think most of us coaches, and I know that we preach that on our team as well, that when you get a chance to do something you love, sometimes it gets taken away from you, but when you get an opportunity to do it, it's a good thing. For us, the most courageous brave we have here, I met this girl 3 years ago in my phys ed class, talked her into coming out for wrestling. In that time, she accomplished some really good things. She has such a great personality that we travel all over the state to go compete, especially with the girls. We have a full girls team, and every coach always came to say how great of an attitude she has. She's off the wall too, no doubt, but she is something else. She's a 3-time state place winner, and the state tournament has only been around for 3 years. This year, she won the regions. She would have won a state title. She was winning. She was winning in the state semis before she dislocated her elbow. The only bad thing I can say about her is that she broke the #1 rule I have when she came in the first day, which was to always protect yourself. And unfortunately, during that match, she dislocated her elbow. And after the doctor put it back in, the first thing she said to me, "All right, I'm good now. Can I go finish?" So I laughed and I said, "No, I think you're done now." So. But she did a great job for us this year. Truly a real pleasure to coach her, and that's Julia Manolis.
Good job, sir. Congratulations to our Most Courageous Braves. Next up is our Director of Activities and Athletics Award. Our first recipient will be introduced by Head Coach Boyce.
When you talk about this, congratulations to all our senior athletes as well. I repeat what all the coaches have said. When you talk about this individual, you can't help but think of character and selflessness, both on the baseball field and the football field. You know, oftentimes we want to play certain positions and we're comfortable in certain positions, and you're asked to play a different position for the good of the team. And never once did this individual relent and say, "I don't want to play there." He always put the team first. He's a tremendous teammate, and he excels in the classroom, on the baseball diamond, on the football field. He was named all division for both sports. He'll continue his education at Carnegie Mellon, and he's been an absolute pleasure to coach over these last couple years. I can't speak or say enough great things about Chris Marzo, and he's extremely deserving of this award.
Congratulations, Chris. I am actually going to take this opportunity to introduce the next recipient rather than pass it off to a coach. When you look up the Director of Activities and Athletics Award recipient, some of the key terms that pop out are leadership, role model, and just significant in her contribution to being a student athlete, emphasis on student. This next recipient was a phenomenal leader amongst her peers. She is a part of multiple sports as well as multiple clubs and organizations within the building. She really thrived as a leader, and I think all of her peers looked up to her, and she represented with a true Brave the way they should conduct themselves. I am truly proud to have been a part of her matriculation through Manalapan High School. I've watched her grow, and I've watched her speak and articulate so wonderfully as a leader in so many different roles, whether it was within the building, whether it is as a student ambassador for the short conference. She continues to wow me. So this next recipient, I am proud to acknowledge Ms. Satira Kays for the Director of Activities and Athletics Award. Congratulations, Satira, and good luck on anything you do after. I'm going to ask Coach Smith to join me up here at the podium again as we introduce a familiar face this evening for the Scholar Athlete Award.
There's not a lot left to be said about Samantha Bloom. She's, again, an incredible young woman. Just to reiterate, 5.19 GPA. I couldn't count that high in high school. Again, just an incredible young woman, continuing her education at Villanova, a role model. Just incredible. Thank you, Sam.
Congratulations again, Samantha. All right, congratulations to those recipients. And moving right along, we're getting to almost the end. The Braves' best all-around athlete will be introduced. The first recipient will be introduced by Coach Garrettson and Coach Horton.
First off, I'd like to clarify something Mr. Taylor said earlier. If I'm not wearing pants in school, I have shorts on, definitely. All right. This award goes to a young lady who dominates in at least 2 sports, and this is what this young lady actually did. She was phenomenal in 2 sports. She's a 4-year starter in soccer, varsity captain. She's a defender, doesn't always get, the recognition as all the, goal scorers and whatnot, but she was a force on the field. She's a marking back that her job was to mark the best player on every team we played, and she frustrated a lot of people because she was so good. I'm going to miss her. She's a phenomenal person also. She's a big reason why our program has a lot of success over the last 4 years. And she's truly a remarkable individual. Coach Horton?
In lacrosse, this athlete, not only as a defender, she had to play both ends, and she scored 29 of our team's 74 goals this season, which is about 40% of our total output. And defensively, she always had to either double or mark the opponent's top scorer. She was the centerpiece of everything we tried to do, both offensively and defensively. Her toughness, competitiveness, and athleticism were nothing short of special. This year's Braves' best all-around athlete is Gabby Sorolla.
right, Gabby. Woo! Next up for the next Braves recipient award winner will be Coach Lapori. Braves Best All-Around Athlete Award. Why I can't get that right?
First off, congratulations to all the senior athletes for your accomplishments this year on and off the field, on the court, in the classroom. Congratulations to the parents, all right, for all the fine young women and men that you've raised over the last 17 or 18 years. Should be proud. This year's Braves Best All-Around Athlete Male Award goes to a young man that's been in our program for 4 years. Has been a 3-year starter in our football program. And these past 2 years has started on the offense, defense, and special teams. We switched his position in the middle of the year, and we moved him into the backfield as our running back. And what a difference you could see in the offense once the ball was in his hands, he was our playmaker. And that was obvious from the stands or from the computer, if you guys were watching at home. He was an all-division defensive back. He was a second-team All-Shore defensive back in the Asbury Park Press and with Shore Sports Network. Next year, he's going to take his talents to Wagner College and play football in the fall and baseball in the spring. He will be the third Manalapan Brave football player there added to their roster at Wagner College. He excelled on the baseball field as well, and I had the privilege of watching not only him but the other football players that are out there playing during the spring. He's their number 2 hitter in the lineup. Again, just displays the leadership. I watch it firsthand. He comes up with clutch hits during the course of the season. And also along with all the stuff that he does on the field and in the classroom, the time that he volunteers off the field, helping people. And I know he volunteered working with young baseball players and also delivering food during Christmas a couple of years ago. Just an all-around great kid, great person. Parents should be awfully proud, and we're going to miss him. We're going to miss him, number 21, Anthony Matrone.
Congratulations, Mr. Matrone. And for the big one, our final award, the most outstanding athlete award at Manalapan High School for the 2020-2021 school year will be introduced by head coach Pressman.
All right, see, this is the most prestigious award of the night, and I get the honor to present both of them. One of the people is not here, and that's Jess Johnson. And just want to read off some of her accolades that she has achieved over the last 4 years. She was a 2-time region champ, a 3-time state champ. Manalapan's never had more than a 1-time state champ. We've only had 4 in our school history, and we have a pretty good history of wrestling. She was first team All-Shore. She's first team All-State. She was the Shore Conference Wrestler of the Year as a female. She was the NJ.com Wrestler of the Year as a female as well. She's currently ranked 5th in the country. And if that's not enough, she was only the 32nd person in the state of New Jersey history to be a 3-time state champ. To say that she has a lot, she is probably one of the finest athletes that has walked the halls of Manalapan High School. So I just wanted to first present her on the Outstanding Athlete Award. So to Jess, even though she's not here, maybe she's there. For the male, I get the honor to present this one as well, and this one goes to Gavin Claro. Gavin was excelled in 2 sports, in football and in wrestling. In football, he was first team All-Division this year and third team All-Shore. Was an anchor on the defense and did a phenomenal job for Coach Lapori. In wrestling, he was All-Division, first team. He was first team All-Monmouth, first team All-Shore, 5th in the state. And that is just accolades, but he goes way deeper than just that. He's a fine individual. He's a leader on the mat for us and on the football field for Coach Lapori, in the hallways, as Mr. Taylor said before. He is unwavering, and when I mean by that, he had about less than 20 losses this year in his career. And I would think about 5 or 6 of them, Coach Soma, about 5 or 6 of those, he avenged it after he lost. And just shows to his character, his belief in himself, which I think is absolutely awesome. And we have a saying that you get what you earn, and Gavin got what he earned. And he took 5th in the state with a broken hand. So that's pretty good, I guess, right? So this year's outstanding athlete is Gavin Claro. And Gavin doesn't really do anything fast at all, so he'll walk up here real slow.
Congratulations, Mr. Claro. As you know, like I said earlier, this was a very challenging and trying past year and a half. With everything we had going on, it was just an accomplishment to get through some of these seasons. I am excited I was excited to see these student athletes do what they do best and perform and compete day in and day out on the fields, on the courts, on the mats, in the pools, and wherever else they competed at. I think the life lessons that they learned throughout their careers here will live with them forever. I am a huge fan of living through sports and learning what life has to offer in your ability, using your ability. So congratulations to all the student athletes who made it through their careers here at Manalapan High School. We wish you nothing but the best. As I read through some of your college commitments and scholarships, I was blown away. So good luck on all your future endeavors. I appreciate you all coming out. Thank you, and good night.